I'm John from TBW. We are installing a under tray on an RS3. So first things first is that if you had a front mount intercooler and your intake tube comes down low, you might need the custom option here for this, which, as you can see, it drops down a little bit lower. It's designed to give you extra clearance so that it's not rubbing on the tube. Most people won't need it, but a lot of you guys are pushing high horsepower. So we're going to start off by installing these front side pieces, and they're going to come pre-installed with these extruded U-nuts on the side. That's going to allow us to connect the pieces together. We start by mounting this piece up. This slides underneath, goes over the top. You're going to use T25s. We'll provide these new bolts for you too, or you can reuse the OEM bolts. Start by, once you get those here, you can just align these, and you're not going to tighten everything down. You're just going to get them started, and then we're going to do the same thing here on both sides. If for some reason your OEM was ripped out, you may need to get some extra extruded U-nuts like this and some bolts to pinch them together. We've done that on the side over here. You can see them in this place, because these ones, the factory ones, were ripped out. And then we had to custom drill out some holes on this side. So we're going to do the same thing on both sides. We're going to install both of these. They're both a little bit different. They're marked left and right, left for driver. But this is going to line up. Just the front edge goes underneath the tab. And then all right. And like I said, these ones are going to use these M6 bolts because the factory ones are ripped out. Just give it to some threads to hold on to, so this can get mounted up. All right. Once these are installed, the next thing is we have to prep. These two use the rail for the coolant line, and they actually have threaded holes. Those two, you're good to use the same ones. These sides have nothing, so you're going to mark them. You're going to take the main panel, and it's going to slide under this leading edge, and you need to locate right here and here. That's where the bolts line up, and then you're going to mark these edges 1/2 inch off the side and drill them out to about 1/4 inch. A little less than 1/4 inch is necessary. Once you drill those out, then you're going to use these extruded U-nuts. They slide over the place and lock in here. Those give it threads so the bolts can mount to. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of strong metal to attach to here, but you got to work with what you got. So once you have those in place, drill those out. This will then just slide over the top. And then come to the back. There's going to be 3 bolts in the frame that hold the stock one on, and you can reuse those ones. They are good bolts. I'm just going to temporarily put them in place. And then these ones right here on the side, we're going to use a little spacer. And there's a different M8 bolt here that we're going to provide. And those will just slide up and in. We don't need to tighten anything down until everything is in place. All right. Next, we're going to do the overlapping bolts. Again, we're just get them started. And other side over here. And lastly, these 4 up here along the front edge. These 2 are the ones we drilled out and slid in the extruder unit. Okay, with everything in place, you can see you have access to the drain plug here for your filter. You can access the filter here. Your oil drain doors right here, and those will come pre-installed. Last thing you're going to do is just tighten everything down. We go to about 20 foot-pounds of torque. It's probably all that you really need, but we're not torquing it to spec. Just want to make sure they're snug, and then double check after we're done here that everything is tight, and in a week or 2 give a follow-up just to make sure everything is still tight. That is pretty much it. Once we get us all down here, T25s. Okay, that's it. Simple, straightforward. Oil access for your oil changes, and you got a 1/4 inch clearance on the back here. Nothing to worry about here. Pretty straightforward. So pretty easy to install. Takes 10 minutes, maybe less for most people, and a lot stronger than your plastic. So get yourself one.